Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome to On the Shoulders of Giants. I am Joseph Ward. And today I got some interesting, I have an interesting story that I'm bringing to you. Big shout out to my man, Will Justice, for bringing this story to my attention. And I want to bring it to you. I want to share it with you all so we can get behind it. We can learn some more about it. We can possibly be an aid to the brother. Mercutio Southall Jr. He is currently incarcerated, and the accusations. How you doing, Kiki? How you doing? Kiki here in this live. That's what I'm talking about. But the accusations is the brother is involved in arson, and from my understanding, the brother has had a long-standing back and forth with law enforcement, harassment, especially being that he's a well-known social activist. He's well known for standing up for the people within this area. He's well known for speaking out, standing up. And you know, I'm always under the impression if them people messing with you, that means you got some motion behind you. You know, and that's what we here to learn today. I got my reporter hat on. I have my reporter hat on, and I have some information that I want to deliver to you. And now, like I said, one of the things behind this is to be able to support this brother. What's going on, Will? My brother Will Justice is in the chat, and like I said, Will is the one who brought the story to my attention. So shout out to Will. Shout out to Phoenix as well. Phoenix is the young lady. Myself, Will, and Phoenix, we had a conversation not too long ago, and I am going to play you that conversation. Oh, no problem. So I'm going to play you. I have a couple things because I want to lay it out. I want to lay out everything to make sure we have all the information. We have enough information on our end so we can make sure we support the brother and be able to support him the proper way. Right. Like I said, I'm always under the mindset and under the impression that if them folk putting pressure on you, that means you got some motion going on. That means you might be doing something that might be effective, right? So that's what we got going on today. The brother's name is Mercutio Southall Jr. And excuse my little southern twang on his name, but Mercutio Southall Jr. is his name. Nah, the mainstream media ain't gonna do it, but that's why. Well, you know, that's why I always say we're talking about new black media, and new black media need to be on top of things, right? New black media need to be the ones that's making sure we're putting this out. And in saying that, what's going on, Jay Quick? How you doing, my brother? In saying that, I do want to give a big shout out to Taylor House Publishing, because Taylor House Publishing, and I'm going to show you this video. He did a video about the brother Mercutio Southall Jr. And he actually has a conversation with the brother, and I'm going to play that as well because I want you all to hear that. I want to make sure that we have as much information on our end as possible. I also have information. I have information from the United States Attorney's Office, Northern District of Alabama. The title of this is 2 individuals charged with arson inside a local business. And it's not that long, but just giving us enough information so we can know what we're working with and how to support the brother. Make sure I got all my banners and stuff over here. So please hit that like button. Before we get deep into it, though, you know how we do. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share. Let people know we up in here talking about this subject. Share this video with as many people as possible. Let them know that we in here talking about what's going on with the brother Mercutio Southall Jr. I said, why not? I'm already being shadow banned. Why not keep speaking the truth? Why not, right? But it's up to the people, though. The people can make sure that this story get carried out. All we got to do is share, listen to the information, share, and then take action. And we can do our part. We can definitely do our part. All right. So you already know how we got to do this thing. Once again, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share. If you see that hype button, please hit the hype button, because the hype button helps the algorithm push this out even more. Now, we can make the algorithm do what we want it to do. But let me go ahead and get this out the way now so we can dive deep into this information. So let me go ahead and run my commercial and then do a little housekeeping, and then we're going to get deep into this subject. So let me do that real quick. So I told y'all I was gonna get my merch shop up and running. So I've got it. So I want to show y'all my merch shop. So this is it. So I got some hats. So I got my own Shoulders of Giants hats available for order. I have shirts. This supposed to be like a canvas, some kind of shirt, jersey shirt. I don't know why they got that design, but it's a jersey shirt. Somebody wanted. Got hoodies, regular shirts, heavy. What they call it, the heavy tee, tees for men's, unisex tees for women, everything. I got a mug. I gotta get this mug too. But this is the merch that I have available. See, I got my mug, I have my hats, and I have my apparel available. And all of that is, the links and stuff are below and connected to the video. So I got my merch shop up and running, been working on that for a minute in the background to get my merch shop up and running. So I got it up and running. So if you want to support the channel and get you some merch, it's all available. Links below and links attached to the video. Yeah. And remember, we also have the fundraiser going for Black Biz Tally, where the goal is to raise $5,000 to help support Black business owners, Black entrepreneurs, Black vendors within the Black Biz Tally marketplace, to help them in their businesses in any kind of way. And the goal for $5,000 is to be able to help as many vendors as possible. There may be some vendors who are brand new, who just need a little capital to start. There may be some vendors who are already going but need some capital to move further and all these things here. So we just want to be a part of that and pouring into an entity that has been pouring into our community. So the link is in the description, so you can go in and support the fundraiser. Once again, the goal is to raise $5,000 to help Black vendors, Black entrepreneurs, to help further their business. So while we in the business of making sure that we let people know what's going on in my community, I thank you, Cali Monk. Thank you. While we in the business of making sure we promote what's going on in our community and help our community get better, help our community get stronger, make sure we know what's going on, right? So this is a picture of the brother, Mercutio Southall Jr. And it's wild. The whole case is wild. The case is wild. When I get into this information, you're gonna see. All right. So what happens when the government tells one story, but the people closest to the accused tells a completely different one, right? And that's what's happening right now. Because today we're diving into a case that sits right at that intersection. A man by the name of Mercutio Southall Jr. is now facing federal charges tied to an alleged arson inside a Walmart in Homewood, Alabama. According to federal authorities, this wasn't just a fire, it was a coordinated act involving flammable materials, planning, and even accusations tied to terrorism. Accusations. That's a heavy label. We're talking about charges that could change a man's life forever. But here's where the story gets a bit complicated, right? Or truth starts to seep in. I've spoken directly with people who know him, friends who say this doesn't add up. They say he's being misrepresented. They say he's not the person being described in these reports. And then there's video interviews, including one from Taylor House Productions, where Southall himself speaks. But there's also surveillance video from the actual Walmart during that time. Where's the surveillance video? So now we're left with two very different pictures. On one side, you have federal investigators, surveillance cams, and a detailed narrative of what they say happened. On the other side, you have real people, people who know him personally, questioning whether the truth is being told at all. And from, senior, my bad, Mercutio Southall, senior, excuse me, my bad. So, there's two narratives out there. It's always two narratives. It's always, and we know it's always three sides of the story. So we want to get as close to the truth as possible. As close to the truth as possible. And excuse me, Mercutio Southall, senior. So, I'm going to give you information according to the U.S. Department of Justice. Like I said, I'm laying out the story for everything, and then we're going to get into it. So according to, well, actually, you know what? Let's do this. All right, let's do this. So, oh yeah, we all know the Walmarts are heavily monitored. So before I get into what the U.S. Department of Justice is saying, I want to play the chat that I had with Will Justice and Phoenix first, and then giving both sides of. But like I said, if there's surveillance video in the Walmart, that should be open and shut if there's surveillance video. But the fact that it's not open and shut, with all of the information and all of the evidence that they're saying that they're having, a lot of things don't add up. But also, that's why I want to play this video, because I want to play this video, and I want to play the Taylor House video, as well as tell you what the Department of Justice is saying, so you can make the decision for yourself. But for me, it seems like stuff not adding up, because all I know is I use logic, and 1 + 1 always equal 2. And in this one, it seemed like 1 + 1 equaling 75. And when 1 + 1 equals 75, I'm like, I don't know. So, but like I said, I have my reporter hat on, so I want to get as much information as possible. So, this is, once again, myself, Will Justice, and Phoenix having a conversation about what happened with Mercutio Southall Sr. So please hit that like button. Please share this so we can make sure as many people as possible get up in here and learn about this and be able to support. So Joseph Ward here with Will Justice and Phoenix. We're here addressing a needed situation that need to be addressed here in our community with one of the brothers in our community who actually fight for our community. So Will, can you either Will or Phoenix, whichever one of you would like to go first, kind of lay the groundwork of what we're here talking about today, and the young man that is being held as a political prisoner?
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Will, but yes, jumping in, I've known Mercutio for like literally over 20 years. And he's a man who actually always cares and help contribute in positive ways to the community. Mm-hmm. So to see him arrested for something he did not do, and the fact that the crime literally happened while he was incarcerated again at that same location, lets you know that they have not arrested who's actually doing it. And
so what she just said, and I'm glad I did it like this so I can balance things out. So Phoenix just said that during the time he's accused of arson at this Walmart, he's incarcerated. Let me run it back so we can make sure we heard what she said.
20 years. And he's a man who actually always cares and help contribute in positive.
with one of the brothers in our community who actually fight for our community. So, so Will, can you either Will or Phoenix, whichever one of you would like to go first, listen closely, lay the groundwork of what we're here talking about today, and the young man that is being held as a political prisoner.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Will, but yes, jumping in, I've known Mercutio for like literally over 20 years. And he's a man who actually always cares and help contribute in positive ways to the community. Mm-hmm. So to see him arrested for something he did not do, and the fact that the crime literally happened while he was incarcerated again at that same location, lets you know that they have not arrested who's actually doing it. Right. And here he is dealing with medical conditions and concerns that are literally life and death.
And so before we get into the medical conditions, just dealing with that, once again, you heard her. I want to run it back. So you want to think I'm just making stuff up. Heard out of her mouth. He's incarcerated at the time of the alleged arson. But the arson is still pinned on him. So this says, according to the U.S. Department of Justice, a federal grand jury indicted Mercutio Leoral Southall Sr. and Lillian Jane Colburn. The charges include arson and conspiracy to provide material support to terrorists. It said incident details, dates between August 22nd and 25th of 2025. What's going on, Elizabeth? How you doing? It says the location is the Walmart Supercenter in Homewood, Alabama. The allegation is a shopping cart filled with flammable materials, rags, charcoal, fuel, paint thinner, was set on fire inside the door. The fire caused evacuation of the store and $130,000 in damages. Southall and Colburn allegedly attended a protest earlier that day, traveled to Walmart. Listen now, remember, listen, let's put our listening ears on, right? So he's incarcerated. He's incarcerated. Now, unless he's a superhero or something like that, I'm trying to figure out how he could be in two places at one time. I'm just saying, I'm not saying I'm right, and I'm not saying I'm wrong, but I am saying I do understand logic in real life. So the law enforcement claimed that while he was incarcerated in real life, in the accusation, he attended a protest earlier that day while he's incarcerated, traveled to Walmart with the young lady with Lillian while he's incarcerated, prepped the cart while he's incarcerated, and later somebody turned to ignite it while he's incarcerated. And I see multiple people in the comments, because I'm not in that area. I'm in Florida. So most people in the comments are saying that Walmart is always on fire. Somebody's always setting that Walmart on fire. But somehow they're blaming it on this young man while he's incarcerated. So
and that is being treated as it's a mediocre project is not okay. And that is why we both had to come and speak on his behalf, because his overall character is being demonized and he's not getting proper treatment, and he cannot even facilitate his fatherhood like he wants to towards his family, and it's not fair. That is the overall concept.
Okay. So let's fill that in with some details. So let's give his name and like what's the actual situation that's going on, and what is he actually being accused of.
So Mercutio Southall Sr. So he has been, like, at the beginning, if you ever watched the documentary 13th, he's on there. He's the one that went to the Trump rally when Trump was going for president the first time, when he went to Alabama, and he was sitting there talking about, get him out of here. They were screaming all lives matter while they were swinging on him. Like, literally, they're punching him and saying all lives matter as they're swinging on him and doing violence towards him. And he's one of the main people who told me about like what was going on when they started to corporatize. But like he was one of those people who was like, you know, always active in the community. like he was one of the main people who he was doing Second Amendment audits to show people. Matter of fact, that's how I found him. Somebody else was showing how they were giving him as a white boy a different treatment than they were giving Mercutio. So he took Mercutio's videos and said, "Hey, look, I'm a white guy. I'm doing the same thing that this black guy is doing. Look how they treated him. Look how they treated me."
Right.
That's it. I can't find the videos anymore, but like that's how I found Mercutio in the first place. So I'm like, I gotta reach out to this brother. But ever since I've known him, he's been nothing but exactly who he is. I mean, he's been showing like it. As I said before, he was doing the auditing, but at the same time, it's like he's been actively in the community. He went down there when Trump was going for office the first time. He actually showed up to go and help somebody else that they were accosting. And then they fell back away from him. And I'm going to keep mentioning this part. People have raised money in his name and he's not gotten a dime of it.
Right.
So I keep telling people, like, send it directly to him. Don't send it to me. Don't send it to anybody else. Send it directly to Mercutio. But he's in a situation right now. He was doing a field medic like training for people who were at a protest, so he wasn't protesting himself. But the people who were at the protest were actually trying to get some accountability for the people's situation where they killed the young brother. The police killed the young brother. They and said that he had a gun. He never had a gun. He said something about his phone. His family still don't have the phone, because there must be proof on that phone, and we think the police probably have it. But he wasn't there to protest. He was showing people like how to do like field medic stuff. So he was actually aiding the community. He wasn't even protesting. But they tried to link. I guess the same day that happened, somebody set fire. There's a Walmart that keeps getting set fire over and over again. All right. He's a big black guy. It was a blonde-haired white woman who did this. Okay. They have. One thing you have to always recognize and realize that there's always cameras all over Walmart, even in the parking lot. That's why it's usually a safe place for you. Like if you're doing like Facebook Marketplace or eBay or something like that, and you're meeting somebody, they tell you either meet at a Walmart parking lot because they know that there's surveillance there, or like a police station because those places are under high surveillance. They know that he definitely wasn't there. There was actually a recent thing in here where I'm at in Georgia. There was an Indian guy. This lady tried to accuse him of trying to snatch her child.
I remember that. So you hear what Will is saying, and we've all been to Walmart, right? And we've all been to Walmart. We know that Walmart is heavily surveilled. And that's one of the claims in this is that there is allegedly that there's surveillance video that places Mercutio at the scene. And they're trying to say that because flyers from the protests were found at the scene, that's tied back to him. But where are the video? Where's the video? Where's the surveillance video? Why hasn't it been released? Is it even being used in the evidence? But once again, if he's incarcerated, how can he be at the scene? And remember, if he's incarcerated, that's on record. Because that's also under surveillance. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I'm saying.
He was gone for like
he was on camera.
All on camera. They had access to those cameras. Like I said, similar situation right here. They know he wasn't there. They laughed it out of court, in district court. He was out on bond, but then the feds decide, hey, we're going to revoke their bond because he has a co-defendant also. I don't remember their name, but like, I know my bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know he's not with this stuff. So all I can say is like, in the circumstances that they're trying to say about, you know, things being caught on camera, it's like, okay, cool, that's great. Let's see this camera stuff that y'all are talking about, since you're the one bringing it up. Let's talk about that. Let's bring that. And I know for sure that they don't have nothing what they're talking about on camera. Matter of fact, it's the opposite. They don't have him on camera. And it's like we're saying, like, the fact that he was called back in to turn himself in on a federal level lets us know we see who's in office right now. People are just trying to, like, get a pat on the head to show that they can do some BS too. You know, they can break the law and do whatever they want to, you know, and, you know, there's going to be some retribution, but that's later down the line. Let's make them suffer now.
Joe, cool. Right. So basically, the brother is being accused of burning down the Walmart, but there's video footage of a blonde-haired white lady who
it didn't burn down. They set a fire inside
of it, but it was a white girl though.
It has been done several times. Matter of fact, and somebody sent me the live when it was happening. He's already incarcerated for this. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was getting at.
It is happening there, and I'm reading the comments in the live, and they're like, Black Lives Matter at it again. Like, who? Like, what's going on here? Like, nah, they ain't got nothing to do with that.
And see, that's another thing too. Because of Mercutio's history of activism, the police have a history with him as far as harassment with him and other things with him. Especially being tied back to that Trump rally where he was escorted or thrown out by them white folks at the Trump rally. So there is a history behind that with him. Law enforcement, pretty much, he's been in the crosshairs of that local law enforcement for a while, and they're flexing their muscles on him. You know, it to be honest, this case kind of ties into last Monday's book reading, Blueprint for Black Power, and my tomorrow book reading, The Blueprint to Black Power, which I am going to be doing that live tomorrow. But how institutional power is used to subjugate and try to keep people in check and try to keep people quiet. How power is used, or how power is intended to be used or wants to be used. But there are ways that you can fight back and counter that power. Because we have power as well. We just have to understand how to use our power collectively like they do. But yeah. So how was that? I'm confused. So how was that working? Because if he's already incarcerated, and what is he? Remind me again. What is he incarcerated for?
They claim it's terrorism and arson and all other stuff like that. So here's the thing. I want to ask a question. So everybody that set them fires, are all of their charges going to be terrorism too?
Oh, we know that's not. So he's already incarcerated for an alleged and being accused of arson, and then another arson happens and they pin that on him as well. They haven't even, like, they're kind of being quiet about it. It was like they put the live on there real quick. I mean, but it was like, I don't know if they even got the person who did it. Right. And so that's another thing too that made me think. So arsons, those arsons were happening before they decided to target him. The arsons are happening while they're targeting him. The arsons are happening even while he's incarcerated, and the arsons are still happening now while he's still incarcerated. Yes, they are. Yes. It is to that didn't show right, but that is to make an example. Basically, I don't know why they didn't show right, but it is to make an example out of him for his history of activism. But that's why I said at the beginning, if they are coming at you like that, that means you got some kind of motion going on. You did something to make the white folk mad and look at you and put you in the crosshairs. So yeah, and that don't mean you did something wrong. That means you do something right. So,
like I said, when previously this has been done over and over and over again. But
right.
But one at a time, they just grabbed him and his co-defendant up, and they're just like, oh, we're just going to sit there and say that they had something to do with it.
Right.
And clearly, they had it because they're trying to create this narrative that the fires are being set in protest, and it's like there's no indication nowhere that that's even the case.
Right. Right.
So how are they even asserting this as a motivation, or you know what I'm saying?
And so that's why in the live they were saying Black Lives Matter at it again, because they're associating all that arson with him, Black Lives Matter, and all the protests and everything.
But like I said, what does it have to do with any protest?
Right.
Especially, it wasn't a black person who did it. It was
right.
a white with blonde hair.
Right. But but you know, like you and I were talking the other day, even at the protest, the main people who were doing a lot of destruction and setting fires, once again, were not the protesters. Those were the ones who were sent in to do that, to cause that.
Yep, agent provocateurs is what we call them. And it's like it's to associate the protest with violence or rioting, because they say always want to sit there and say if they're having a protest. I mean, I'm not a protester, so whenever people are having a protest, somebody will do something, and they will claim that that is the protesters doing those things when it's actually agent provocateurs, and it's taking away from the message of what the message is. I mean, because a lot of these people who are doing protests and they're engaging in a right, like, you know what I'm saying, their First Amendment right to protest. If they negate everything that they're doing, if they actually do an act of violence or destruction, you know what I'm saying? Then now you're drifting into the criminal zone, and that these are not criminals. These are people who are trying to exercise their rights in order to, you know, cause alarm, you know what I'm saying, in a way that people hear what's going on that's been happening as an injustice in a legal way.
Right. That's wild. So, like we're talking, so there's a history with the law enforcement and Mercutio as well, right? Like they have they got a beef with him, correct?
Oh, definitely, for sure. I mean, he's.
Listen,
to be really honest with you, they know for sure that his car couldn't have been there, and that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, because they were the ones who destroyed, who did the damage to it, and they know.
So not only is he incarcerated during the time of the alleged arson. Remember, I read to you earlier that they said his vehicle was spotted at the scene, but his vehicle is disabled at this time. His vehicle is not able to be driven at this time, and they're the ones who did it, and he's incarcerated. Sound like a bunch of bull to me.
That he had medical issues, because they were trying to say that he couldn't drive because of certain medical issues. So he couldn't have been driving.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lot to it. It's a lot to it, and they know what's going on, because they're the ones who are the catalysts of this. A lot of this stuff, and it's like they add the insult to the injury, the fact that they're trying to do this other extra stuff. I mean, one of the times they actually brought him into custody with a concussion. He couldn't even stand on his own, and they refused to get him medical, help. So it's like this is a pattern that they have. I mean, I actually went down there, and I went to the hospital that they brought him to, and they tried to act like they didn't understand what I was saying, because I was there saying his name, gave his date of birth, all that other stuff, and it was the police themselves who the one who told me what happened.
Gotcha.
They were like, oh yeah, he was here, and like, but it's like, so why are they hiding it? The medical people why are they hiding it?
Yeah.
If the police are so willing to speak.
And so not only is he being accused of arson and these supposed terroristic acts, while he's being incarcerated, he's having medical issues and not receiving the treatment that he needs. And Will is going to get into how he was moved from one facility to the next because they're refusing to give him the treatment that he needs while he's incarcerated.
Speak on it, because, you know what I'm saying, because I told him, here's the problem I'm having. They're saying they don't have him here on record, and he told me they definitely had them there. And I can't give a direct quote. I wish I would have been recorded. Like that was, and like the social media policy thing. I actually called to the jail that they told me they brought him to, and I was trying to find out, if he was okay, and they're like, we can't give you that information. Yeah. So I mean, because it's one of those things. Like I said, this is a pattern that they have. This is Alabama we're talking about.
Yeah. Good old familiar with the South, being in Florida, so I'm familiar how the good old boys operate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They even have terms for it, like giving somebody a rough ride. Meaning they know that there's going to be no charges associated with whatever they do. No charges are going to stick, but they're going to give you a bad experience.
So how long has he been incarcerated so far?
Been about 4 months now. I don't remember, there's actually a video of him when he turned himself in. Because like I said, he was released. The county laughed it out of the, the district laughed it out of court. And then they returned, talk about them, they're going to revoke their bail. And it's like they were both out on bond. I don't know if they had to pay or if it was personal recognizance, but I'll tell you this, they were both free for a little while. And then the feds just decided, hey, we're going to take this down. And they revoked their bond. And it's like, now we don't know what court dates they have, and the fact that he's having these medical issues. And like I said, I organized for people to go and call. I'm like, call them and make sure that they are bringing him to the hospital. So they brought him to the emergency room. The emergency room is not a specialist, okay? But more people like, that's not enough. You can't just bring. I mean, it didn't even. I recorded that part too, and I'm sitting there like, the nurse is not a doctor.
Right.
Even a doctor is not a specialist. You need a specialist. He's been hospitalized with blood clots in his lungs and his legs, and he's having a whole bunch of issues. He also has a medical profile where he's supposed to have double mattresses, and they only gave him one. And they're like, "Oh, we don't do that here." But if it's a medical pass,
right,
from medical, you can't ignore that.
Right. So once again, right, he's not safe. He's not safe. Being somebody who basically he's being totally treated as a political prisoner from all the information that is being given. He's truly being treated the same way that they've treated political prisoners and black people that they've incarcerated because black people were standing up and speaking out and fighting back for a long time. And so being that he has these medical issues, being that he's in this environment where they're totally ignoring those issues and probably compounding on top of those issues, seemed like a setup. So it seemed like a setup to do something sinister, or to make it seem like something sinister may have happened on his own behalf or something like that, So definitely got to be able to. I want to help spread this message so it can help get him out of there. Like, and we ain't talking about like no being crump type stuff either. We talking about like real legal help. Any lawyers out there? Anybody with legal background and anything, reach out. Like my man Will Justice is in the comments. Connect with him. Yeah. So I mean, the brother need as much support as possible. That's why I'm using my platform, using my live today to help get this story out even further. So all y'all, anybody out there who can help, please help. The brother Will Justice is in the comments. All you gotta do is connect with them. So they sound like they allow video monitoring for his family and attorneys for his safety. Yeah, he needs everything because they are totally neglecting him. So outside of you two, who else is advocating on his behalf? That's why I asked this question.
I've been trying to call people. So there are people that are, as far as social media goes, they're reposting some of the things. I mean, I get his consent to record, so let him speak for himself. Mm-hmm. Because I can't speak for nobody else. I'm trying to let him speak for himself. Like, let him have his own voice to say what he needs to say to people. but I also want people to recognize and realize he knows who it was. People have collected money in his name before.
Right.
And it's like they collected money and then they did what they want to do with it. So we don't know who's really going to be the real people, who's going to stand up. But I'm asking anybody who's going to sit there and say something.
And thank you, Rob. Any medical specialists out there, legal experts, medical specialists, any of you out there, tap in. Please tap in. Because, this is the time where the community need to, get behind a brother like this. We always like to get behind brothers who be in jail for the wrong reasons. Let's get behind brothers who are wrongfully incarcerated for standing up for the community. Because
next step is probably going in front of the jail and sit there and having a whole bunch of us out there like, hey, yo. So when is he going to go to this specialist, because this is not a game?
Yeah, because if he's in there with the blood clots, and they know that he has the blood clots, and you have to be special with the blood clots. You have to treat it right, and if not, because it could be deadly. So but it sounds like from what you are explaining, it sounds like they really don't care to treat him. They really don't care to help him at all, and just kind to make him suffer while he's in there. That's what it sounds like, what you were explaining.
The whole point is to make him suffer. That's really what it is. Like he he spoke up against their daddy. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Like these people are fanatics. Like the that's the long part. Like when you say fan, like his cult people, they're fanatics. Like right. They're illogical. Like you're not gonna give them any type of
how you doing, Renee?
Evidence or like proof at all if they're going to hear you.
Wow. Okay. So I see in the chat. So because it's reminiscing of like I just did a story not too long ago, Mumia Abu Jamal. But it's reminiscent of all the stories and things that I've heard over the years of how political prisoners and anybody who would stand up for Black people, how they're treated. And one of the things I always say is you can kind of tell you could kind of tell the substance of a Black person who is labeled as an activist, by how they're treated by the others. Mm-hmm. And seeing this, since this brother is being like all types of crazy stuff is happening to him. So he's not safe. So basically what you two are articulating is he's not safe in this. He's in jail, right?
Yeah. He's right now he's in Coleman County.
Coleman County, Alabama.
Coleman. Excuse me.
Coleman.
Cullman.
Yeah, Coleman, Cullman. He's in Coleman County, Alabama, and specifically, he needs a pulmonary specialist specifically. And Elizabeth is saying, what do you suggest we do? Some of the things. Well, we're going to get to that part in the video of things that we can do. But if any money that he does need money. He does need resources and things. So I'm going to direct all of that. Hey, Will Justice, my brother, can you drop your email in the comments so we can get resources and support directed towards Mercutio? So, can you drop your email in the comments? And while you have that up there, let me go ahead and do this. So this is a number that you can call for him in Cullen, Alabama. That's a number that you can call. Let me put the number up again, 256-735-2400. And once you dial that number, and Will is putting that in the comments as well. Please drop that in the comments as well, Will. You're going to need this number to get directly to Mercutio. So once again, it's just the phone number.
Coleman.
Okay,
I don't even like the sound of that because
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But like he was previously in Cherokee County, and Coleman is actually worse than Cherokee.
Okay.
He previously saw 2 people on his unit have seizures. 2 people in one day had seizures, and the correctional officers took their sweet time when, like, you know, the inmates were trying to like call attention to the situation that was happening, and it's like, you know, people are having seizures. We don't know like what happened, why they're having seizures or what have you, but they're not. They have no experience about doing something about it.
Right.
And it's like it's not even benign neglect. It's straight up and down. Like this is malicious neglect. Like they know that there's something wrong, but they're going to take their time. It's no big deal, you know.
Okay, and in addition to that, because there's all that malicious behavior towards him from the law enforcement, all that. So do you all know who are the people who were supposedly collecting money on his behalf?
He won't speak on it. He's too peaceful for that.
That's another thing.
It's kind of frustrating for me as like that's
okay, so he knows who they are. He doesn't. That's another thing. Money on his behalf has supposedly been collected, but nobody's seen that money. And as you've seen, like Will just said, Mercutio is not saying who it is to keep the peace, but some debauchery has been going on in his name of people supposedly collecting money on his behalf, but they collected on their own behalves under his name. So yeah. So we need some good people on this side.
He doesn't want the conflict. You understand?
Gotcha.
Like he'd rather get along and everything like that, but that's just not how things work. But like he's a little optimistic. But it's not like he thinks it's okay or anything. Like, let's not get that wrong.
Yeah. But he just, I get he's being an adult, you know.
He doesn't want the conflict. Yeah.
It's just a lot of strange occurrences that I've witnessed as well. Like there's been moments where even with legitimate sources that, you know, donate through his inmate link, there's been moments he has not received those items, such as just simple as books. They didn't want to give him his books at one point. There's moments where he doesn't get the funds that people donate for him to make calls or texts, and just different egregious behaviors I've witnessed, and they treat him literally like a criminal, and he's not. You know, in this particular case, this crime has been committed several times while he was incarcerated, and the depiction of the person does not match neither him or the co-defendant.
Right.
And it's just a lot of injustices occurring where we just want to bring awareness, because right now he is fighting for his life and health, literally, and is being ignored and or just downplayed. And not even to even go, well, I am going to go deeper into it. It's been so unsanitary. So it's just like, of course, no one in their immune system can heal in such environments.
Right.
And understand both him and his co-defendant have been dealing with a lot of just mistreatment, and they basically have just said, yeah, y'all did it. We don't care, you know, and it's just not okay.
Because it's just easy depending on him.
I'm going to go even further where he was explaining to me when he went to go see the doctor in Cherokee County, which we need to find the name of that doctor there. Because I've been telling him, like, we need to start writing names down.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, he's telling them that he hasn't been able to work out because of his legs being swollen. He works out every day. Okay. So he's a bigger brother. So like, they assume just because he's bigger, like he's actually lost a lot of weight because he's been working out every day.
Right.
But the doctor was sitting there spitting back to him that, that if you move around and, it'll help you. And it's like, he's sitting there telling him, I work out every day. So it's like, literally he's telling them, this is what I'm doing. And it's going in one ear and can clear out the other. And then he's telling him that if you work out, he's like, I've been working out every day. It's like, it's really frustrating to me if I sat there and I just told you something and I reiterated it.
So, Ra, what's the best way to get the money to his wife? Is there like an email, a link, or something that we could that can be posted, can be added to this to be able to send that we could put in the chat to be able to send to his wife? If so, please drop it in the chat, and then I can add it. I can add it to the description of this video as well, and then make an announcement video as well with the link within it to be able to get it to his wife. So if you have that, please drop that in the chat.
And then I told you a third time, and then you come back to me with the same thing that I just said to you, but in the reverse, then I know you're not listening to me.
Yeah.
It's like that is egregious. It completely, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, not only do you not care, you're not listening, and there's nothing that we can sit here and say to you for you to even understand and respect the humanity of this man who's going through what he's going through. He's coming and he's asking for help. He's like, listen, something is wrong. It's hard for me to breathe. He's been hospitalized previously for this, you know? And then they're spit back at them. He's like, I work out every day. And they say, well, if you work out, because the blood moves in your calves and everything like that. And he's like, he explained to them his exercise regimen. He tells them not only that he's working out, but what he's doing to work out, and they still sit there and tell them that, well, maybe when you live a sedentary lifestyle, so they're looking at him and they're saying, oh, well, you're a big guy. That means you must be just sitting around, instead of hearing what he's telling them. I mean, like I said, they moved him because people were concerned about his health.
Did you hear what he just said? So did you hear what he just said? He said they moved him because people was concerned about his health. So once again, here are the phone numbers. Here are the phone numbers once again. They moved him because people were calling in with concerns about his health. There's one phone number you can call. And then this is another number you would need to enter to get directly to Mercutio, to be able to support him, contact him, to help him. That's crazy. So from a legal standpoint, does he have any legal representation? And if so, how do you assess the quality of his legal representation if he has it? Peace to you, my brother.
He's supposed to get a visit. I don't want to say when, just in case he want to sit there and pull some BS again, because clearly they've been listening. And I found it funny, even with the phone call thing, there was one point in time where he called me 11 times, no bullshit, and I wasn't able to answer the phone, not one of the times. There's no block on my phone. I'm able to answer the phone, but like when I made it known that this is something happening, I recorded the fact that I'm not able to answer this call. All of a sudden now I'm able to answer it now. So there's been something, a lot of fishy stuff happening. I mean, and like I said, that day when he was calling, it was like I'm pressing the button, because you have to press a button to say yes, I accept, and it's not working.
Right.
And it's like there's nothing wrong with my phone, because I tried my phone in my tablet, and I'm like, there's something going on. I can't answer these calls. Something is going on. And then when I went to social media and I spoke on it, next thing you know, now I'm able to answer the call. So something is going on.
And Will is saying in the comments that they moved Mercutio Southall Sr. They moved him on the day they was supposed to get a lawyer. So they moved him from Cherokee County to Cullen County the day he was supposed to get a lawyer visit. And he did get a lawyer visit the other day, but one of the initial lawyer visits, he was moved that day, but he did eventually get one. All right.
There's a lot. There's like a lot that's happening.
But he does have legal representation.
he's supposed to, but like I said, we'll see about that when he gets the. I mean, because I've been trying to get them to call me because I'm like, listen, there's a lot more to this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot more to this, and there's some stuff that we got, and I mean, there's been articles written and everything like that. I mean, and when this is all over, they're definitely gonna have to pay. But I think that they're not trying to make it to that finish line right there. I think they're trying to make sure he doesn't even make it to court. Like that's how afraid I am right now.
So somebody like a Ben Crump ain't reached out. I had to throw a shot at Ben Crump. I had to.
I don't know if there's no blood money in here. I mean, he usually.
That's me being messy.
I mean, like yeah. he waiting until the bodies drop to then.
Hey, man. Yeah, he's from this city, so I know about him. Shots fired.
I mean, we're not trying to lose our brother though.
No, I get you that, but that's what I'm saying. So, like, even for this video, like those who are watching, legal representation, reach out. And this is, of course, these are offline conversations, but reach out, legal representation. Those who are about the cause, those who are about helping, especially people who are boots on the ground, helping the grassroots. Reach out.
And I'm available. Like I said, I've been waiting. You know how many people I've been calling? It's like it almost like every day, like I'm sitting and I'm trying to reach out to people. Like I can show you screenshots of inboxes and everything like that. Like I said, I've been going. This is not gonna stop. And like I said, if there are some people out there with boots on the ground, like they're needed right now. They're needed right now. Because we're not going to let this go silently. We're not going to be quiet about this.
Okay, so at what point you had people calling the phone number to, voice their opinion, to, do whatever they need to do to help the cause. So, but since they've moved him, is there a new number that people can call?
Oh, definitely. I've been sharing that too. Like, matter of fact, right now, let me find it because I've been. How many times have I shared this number? Here we go, bang. So repeat that part again. That's the recording. That's not just because all right. So the number is. So this is in Alabama. So it's 256 7. Yep, 256.
Let me.
Yep.
Right. It's 256.
735
256 735
2400.
256 735 2400. Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
So okay. It's like we're gonna call him. We're gonna keep calling him. Like, hey, listen, has he seen he needs a pulmonary specialist? He knows exactly what kind of doctor he needs to see. The first day he told me that he was having shortness of breath and his legs were swollen with red blotches, and then he told me, he's like, yo, I've been hospitalized for this before,
right.
He's had blood clots before, like he hasn't even been able to work out like as he usually does. And I asked.
So yeah, thank you for that, Elizabeth. I'm looking at the Innocence Project now, and so the Innocence Project is something worth looking into. So the innocenceproject.org is something definitely worth looking into. So I got it pulled up now. Yes, there you go, Peanut.
What medication they have him on? He's like, I don't know. They've been giving me something though. I don't know if we can even trust that. Can we trust that? Correct. Yep, that's it.
Gotcha.
Call them people. Like, listen, he needs to see a pulmonary specialist. He needs to see a pulmonary specialist because he's, like I said, he's been hospitalized with blood clots in his lungs and his legs before. This is life-threatening. This is not something that's just like, a small condition. He's more than one health. Like, we don't know if that's a manifestation from something else because he's been having like these different health issues. And we're trying to sit there and be like, hey, listen, make sure that he's all right. I mean, he may not be free, but you still like that. That is actually their obligation when you're.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Man, this is messed up, man. This is a messed up situation. I feel bad for the brother to have to be incarcerated and having, his freedom taken away from him temporarily because of this situation, because they're wanting to pin something on him that they have evidence of somebody else doing, especially like if he's in your custody while this is going on. Because it sounds like they're implying that he's running some kind of criminal arson ring or something like that.
Yeah, for real. And there's one place that's nowhere near his home. He just goes to his, like, hold up. First off, we don't know what whoever grievance they have with this Walmart. First off, what that got to do with black people? What Walmart got to do with black people? If we're sitting there talking about we have these issues with this systematic treatment, like, I don't want to give nobody any ideas, but like, wouldn't you go towards the people who you have a grievance with? What does Walmart have to do with the grievances we have with the system? What statement is being made by doing that?
Well, I would say, from what I know about white supremacy, the statement that they're trying to make is Negroes don't be out here trying to fight for yourselves, because this is what's going to happen. But folk you can't be deterred
at all. It like I said, at the end of the day, we don't have no beef with no Walmart, okay? You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people are dependent on Walmart. Matter of fact, we got like this other, I don't even want to mention them, got another boycott where everybody sat there. Now they canceled. Nobody going there no more. But like, if we sat there and decided to say, hey, them too, you're going to get a lot of black people like, hey, yo, listen, that's too much. Because we go there all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. That whereas that other place, a lot of people didn't even care about it in the first place. They don't care, like, But yeah. We don't have no beef with Walmart. Right, what the hell's the problem?
Yeah. Especially if it's
so what's the point? Like I said, this is pink people. This is pink on pink crime. This got nothing to do with us.
But they made it. They made it about us when they brought the brother in, because it's like, well, somebody got to pay for this, and so they want to pin it on him.
Man, I'm gonna say, just like how I've been saying it, it's like they are just trying to show that they could be just as corrupt as their daddy and do people injustice just like their daddy.
Well, in the South, especially states like Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Carolinas and stuff, a white woman pinning on a white woman, pinning on a black man that's fighting for black people. That's how historically, that's how they're going to go with it. So it's like, all right, black folk who watching this, especially black folk in Alabama, people around the country, it's time to rally. It's time to rally. These are the moments where people do get up and they rally around our brothers and sisters who really need the help, rather than talking about it. So,
for real though, it is like right now, like his son's birthday is coming up and he wants to be able to call him on the phone. He should be home with his son. I mean, He should be home with his son. We want to get him released based on the medical issues that he's having. I mean, because they do it for people compassionate release on a regular basis, but he shouldn't even be there in the first place. Like, there's no point in time that they even describe a big black guy as having anything to do with anything. Okay, so why is he even there? Gotcha. Even the co-defendant, who is also, pink herself, she don't fit the description either.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, they don't fit the description either. I mean, so it's like, come on now. When it comes down to it, like, they just decided they're just gonna punish this brother and like anybody that's around him. And what's really going on is, we know that they decided to grab both of them as a convenience because they seen them together, and they probably, because they're in the South, made assumptions. The brother, he's married. Nothing like that's going on. You know what I'm saying? But like they probably made their assumptions and just do whatever they thought was gonna stick.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Dang, what was I just about to say? I forgot the question. Hey, Rod, I don't see the Cash App in the comments. I was just looking. I don't see the Cash App in the comments. Can you drop it in there again, please? So we can make sure his wife's Cash App is in the comments, and then I'm going to put it in the description of this video as well, please. I don't see it. I was just about to ask, but all right. So what are some next steps that people can take outside of calling? What are some next action steps that you all would like people to be able to take to be able to support the brother?
Man, send him like his. There's two things. Like, in order for him to communicate, they have a you have to send it either to his books, and you can buy packs, or you can send him money specifically for his communication, because I guess they in there they have like tablets or whatever, they can listen to music and do stuff like that. So it's a different day and age, because $3 an hour or something like that, and that adds up sometimes. But like, he's able to send him some change so he can communicate with his people, because what we were afraid of, and we didn't even want him to turn himself in our actuality, because we didn't think that he was even going to see the inside of a jail.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we thought that they were just going to take him off somewhere, but when he turned himself in, we have to worry about what's going on with him while he's there. But like, literally, we have to keep calling to check up, not just this not just this appointment thing. Like, he needs to be released, because like, first off, he didn't do nothing. But in the meantime, send him some money to be
Thank you.
To have, I gotta find his number. I sent this to somebody, but he has a specific number that is for his
floral funds,
for him to be to send directly to him.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find that number. I'm gonna plug it into the chat right here.
What's going on, Chan?
As soon as I find it, because I know
floral funds.
Right, there we go.
And what about bail? Like, did they set bail for him? Did they reject it or anything?
We don't even have a bail for him, and that's like I said, this is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. Like, how do you have him on no bail, and he was already out from on the state, like I said, on the district level. They let him out. I don't know if it was on his own recognizances or like he had to pay. I just sent that number to you. That number, that's his new number, because after they moved him to Coleman. But you have to differentiate if it's going to his books or if it's going to his like phone.
After you call this number, when they call the main number, they have to use this code.
No, that is the code. Like, if you go to, I think, ColemanCounty.com or whatever. Like,
if you go to the Coleman
County, can I send a picture in here? I don't think you can.
No, you. If you send it to me, I can make sure I can add it.
Okay, that's Cherokee County, but they have it's basically Coleman Sheriff. Let me go back to this thing. Like, Coleman Sheriff. That's the video again. Yeah. Coleman Sheriff .org. ColemanSheriff.org. Let me copy. Are you gonna let me do this? It's funny. Sometimes it'll let me do it. Sometimes it won't. No. Oh, that's on the Instagram. But Coleman Sheriff.
Send it to me in the Facebook message, and I'll make sure I added everything, especially when we broadcast it live and everything. So
yeah, ColemanSheriff.org, and then like he has his number, that number right there, that 14 number that I just sent you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what you're able to, like, if you go to my Instagram, you can see it right there. Like, mm-hmm. it is right there. That's Cherokee County. So no, wrong one. Because I'm looking at my gallery.
So hold on, let me do this, because I got this is the number for the Coleman Sheriff's Department, and I just want to show y'all ColemanSheriffs.org. So it's website, and So this is the website where you would use the number, the 148810. And correct me if I'm wrong, Will. Say he just made bail. Oh, that's what's up. So, but this is the website that you would use that code to support him. So the Coleman County website. So, and he got out on bail, then turned himself in. Okay. Oh, he's still in Coleman. Okay, gotcha. Just want to make sure. So this is the code that you will use when you go to the website. Okay, he's denied bail now. Okay, gotcha. So check out when you get a chance, go to the website and check it out and be able to use the code to support.
And I have different things saved different places, so it's probably there. It is. Boom. I can copy this. Let me. That's a funny thing about these things. Copy link, and then I can share it right here. Paste. Boom. ColemanSheriff.org. So, and I can send that to you on your in your inbox.
Mm-hmm.
A matter of fact, yeah, we can just go to this one right here. It's just y'all two.
So I'm gonna stop it right there because there's a couple things we're discussing that ain't for everybody. That was just for us. And so when you go on the website, you got to differentiate between the books and the phone. Okay, when you're using that code. So once again, when you go to the Coleman County website, that's the code that you would use. Let me see if I can actually let me share my screen and let's navigate this website a bit together. So, okay, inmate phone visitation and messaging information. You can easily create an account to purchase prepaid phone services using any of the following convenient options. Inmate sales. Okay. So using that number and then going either using the mailing address, commissary information, how to add money to an inmate's accounts, coins, personal checks, and foreign currency will not be accepted. The kiosk in the lobby accepts exact cash, 5, 10, 15, 20 or higher. Credit, debit cards to debit cards, billing information, much master driver's information, license, all those things there. This is money can be deposited to an inmate's account by these means here. Inmate phone visitation and messaging information. It's here. Okay. So, all right. So, oh yeah. Well, you know, it's in the South, man, and I think a lot of people don't realize how many sundown towns still exist in the South, like how real it is. Because you know, like I said, I'm in Tallahassee, Florida, and there's so many cities around here, little small towns that are sundown towns. So yeah, they definitely trying to break the brother. They're trying to make an example of him. So once again, he needs money on his books, and this is the best way to support his wife. $ Floral Funds on Cashapp, Leoral Southall on Cashapp, $ Floral Funds on Cashapp. So let me share this now. This is an interview, well, this is a video from the brother Taylor House Productions, and he actually was able to talk to Mercutio Southall Sr. So I want to check this out. This was like 3 months ago.
6 on your side starts with breaking news.
And thanks for staying with us. I'm Jonathan Hardison with a breaking news update on 6 on your side out of Homewood, where officers have confirmed they made an arrest in an arson investigation from Walmart last month. They say this man, Mercutio Southall, is part of a protest at the Homewood Soccer Park on August 22nd. Investigators say he left that protest, drove to the Walmart on Lakeshore, filled up a shopping cart full of flammable items, and they say he later came back to start that fire, a fire that caused a major evacuation and did about $130,000 in damage. Tonight he's in jail without bond. Homewood police say they're working with ATF for a possible federal charge in this case.
All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises due to the Most High. And there you saw the article about our brother Mercutio Southall Jr. And I'm going to tell you who he is. He is a well-known activist in the Alabama, Birmingham area. But as you see, according to him, and you're going to hear him talk to me, we had a conversation from his jail cell. He has been framed for this arson. And they also recently added federal charges that they talked about during that article of terroristic or assisting terrorism or something like that. Right. You're going to hear him say. But if you don't know who Mercutio Southall is, he is actually a gentleman who was actually rose to prominence, I guess, at a Trump rally. Here he is being escorted out of a Trump rally in Birmingham. And he's been actually fighting for people's rights down there. Here is the actual incident where it happened, and you're going to hear Trump actually addressing him at this rally, where he says that the people in Birmingham felt that Trump was not welcome. Just watch this.
You know, you have one guy over there shouting. We have thousands of people, and you'll read about him tomorrow. They'll say, oh, the room had a picket. All right, yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you, please? Get him out of here. Throw him out. No, we had it the other day. I got criticized. We had it the other night. I had a lot of people, and one guy who was seriously obese. He complained when I mentioned that food stamps, we have a lot of people on food stamps. And the guy went crazy. And they said that wasn't politically correct. Who cares? We all have a weight problem. Yeah, you can get him out. Yeah, get him out. Get him the hell out of here. Get him out of here. Get out. Get him out of here.
Today, in the New York Times, they had a report on the front page. It was false. Really false. That was today. You know what? Because you have a small group of people that makes a noise that's being thrown out of, right?
Okay, and so there you see once again our brother being thrown out of that Trump rally. Now, of course, you saw during the article they had that very menacing photo of him. I am going to let you hear him tell of how he was framed and why the people down there in Alabama want him in jail under these, for lack of a better word, trumped up charges. Just listen. Hey, how you doing?
Still alive.
You said what?
I said I'm still alive.
Who am I speaking with?
This is Mercutio. Will Justice gave me a number.
Oh, okay. Yeah, how you doing, man? I've been waiting to hear from you.
Yeah, I had tried to call before, but I told Will I was going to be calling today, so I can make sure he talks to you.
Yeah, I just missed his call. Yes. So what's going on with you, man? Yeah, I said, so what's going on with you? What?
Well, they just hit me with a terrorism charge, a terrorism indictment while I'm in here already. So, more of the same than doing the, black people that like try to teach anybody or do anything in this race. But that's crazy though.
So how he told me, a little bit about the situation, why they arrested you. So tell me how they arrested you and why they arrested you. And,
what's going on, my brother?
You said something about, they said you set some fire to a shopping cart at Walmart. So how are they going to say that's you? Because there's cameras out there. So like how did they come to arrest you for that?
Well, literally, like they have a white woman. The white woman set the fire up there, but they trying to say that I did, or that I like helped them. But like, I didn't set no fires. I don't know, like, no other kind of way to put it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So how are they putting you there? Like, so what? Were you at the place where you know what I'm saying? Like, so if a crime is committed, like they just can't come pick you out and say they did it without any evidence. So what kind of evidence are they saying that they have against you to say you did this?
Hey man, as long as you here, my brother, as long as you here.
That looks like me at the place. And they're saying that they got a vehicle that looks like mine, but without a tag, without any kind of like the stuff that identify a vehicle. And the stuff that's on my vehicle is like I keep a buffet on my vehicle, I keep my tag on my vehicle, and honestly, like I hadn't been driving my vehicle because my vehicle's up. Like it's the power steering was going out, so like I couldn't turn the vehicle. Like I could not like turn the vehicle at all, so I was getting rides to go everywhere.
So you heard him out of his own mouth. He hasn't been driving his own car because, according to him, out of his own mouth, the power steering isn't good. So he's been getting rides from other people.
When I need to do anything, I had to get a ride or borrow a car because of the taxes, because of the power steering situation.
Yeah,
and because like obviously like the tag was bad because I hadn't had no money in a while, so like I just wasn't driving.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. So how you what? So they just came to your house, or where did they arrest you from?
They got me from a hotel, honestly. I had like a couple weeks before, it's a couple, like the day that they talking about, the day of the protest, when the fire was set or whatever, that was the 1 year anniversary of burying my mom. And the place that I like buried my mom is like very close to over that way. Literally, real about the situation. But also though, again, they said they admitted, like in court, that they had a white woman.
No, I think it said for about 4 months. About 4 or 5 months now.
Transgender and transracial. I didn't set no fire.
But from my understanding, it's not his first time being incarcerated by them for a specific situation. But for this specific situation, no, not since September. No, not since almost since September. Not that long.
Racial transformer.
So that's what I'm saying. So how are they saying that you Like, did they saying you handed her the lighter fluid? They saying you pushed the car? Like, what? So how are they? How are they connecting you with that if they have a woman and they admitted that in court? How are they connecting you with it?
So I said to him, "No, Nigel, not without the brie."
Indubitably.
I'm trying to it's kind of hard to talk about all of it in here, bro. I am in obviously I'm in jail, and they be listening to these phone calls. I'm kind of nervous about talking about that and letting them know what kind of defense I'll be using. You know what I mean?
So yeah, it's hard for me to be it's hard for me to understand. If you saying they got a white lady on camera but they're charging you and they admitting that they got a white woman to do it, it's kind of hard for me to put that together. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard for me to understand it. So
that's what they said in court. Literally in court, the detective on the stand admitted that they have a white woman on camera setting the fire.
Okay, so that should be that. So that the next step for you to be like, okay, I moved to dismiss. Please let me out. This officer right here is admitting that. You know what I mean? I didn't do it. So you have no case against me because it's. You know what I mean? That's a simple fix.
That I helped do it.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So they're trying to say you helped do it, and you know what I mean. That's
where they're trying to say also literally they gave me a separate indictment, alleging that I provided material support to terrorists.
Okay, so what does that mean?
I haven't gone through the whole thing, but looking at the statute, it's pretty broad.
That's what I'm saying.
I was doing an event called Revolutionary Theater, and what we do, we watch movies
So yeah, it has been since about September. You're right, Elizabeth. Yeah, since about September. Yeah.
We do trainings or whatever, how to apply a tourniquet, giving out free cum, barbecuing, have people discussing stuff that's going on in the country like that. So they try to use that to say I'm a leader of an organization, that's hell bent on, I guess, bringing down the country. But that's kind of where the avenue that they're trying to take. Even though, as we both know, terrorism is government by coercion. So it's a government that uses terror to get what it wants or whatever. That's not the exact definition, but you can look it up. It's government by intimidation, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't have a period. And I was, I was a Boy Scout Cub Master, bro, football coach. Literally, they went through they seen I had medic stuff there. They seen, I got medic. I was trying to get medics down to the event to make sure it could happen. Somebody with medical training will be there that's not on the side of the police staff. Again, they're trying to get me to literally, they're going to be the name names of people who are in terrorist organizations that I don't know no people that are actively planning to go to government business. I just don't know people that's doing it. So that's where I am, bro. I really don't have a lot of time on the phone. They only let you do 15 minutes at a time, and I'm kind of broke. I don't really I had trying to do consultation stuff for the movement on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Somebody have an event or something like that, they would call me and ask what they would need to do for security. But obviously being here, I can't do none of that. So I'm living on funds, being able to add funds, and shit like that, and having to pay for it, trying to figure out this whole lawyer situation and all that. So yeah, I understand that. So So they've been trying to get me on something for a while, bro. Like unfortunately, I had killed somebody a couple years ago, but that was like I was dismissed because like I was defending family members. A couple years ago, I don't know if you remember, somebody got to fight at the Trump rally.
Well, Elizabeth, we're not totally powerless. We need to aggregate our power. We need to understand our power and utilize our power. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have power, but we ain't unified. We're not organized. We ain't strategized. Right? Like Ren is saying, it's really on us. Like, that brother could have had more help if black folk in that area and everybody, like, with more people, like, we could do more. Like, we could do more. It's the learned helplessness that most of Black America has. You know, it's like the analogy of like the baby elephant in the string. Because from what I've seen, it's only a few people. Shout out to Will, shout out to Phoenix, shout out to everybody who's been fighting on his brother's behalf, been helping him on his behalf. But the mentality of Black America is like the elephant, like the analogy of the elephant in the string. You know, when the elephant is a baby, it's not strong enough to break the string that's tied to the pole. And no matter how hard the baby elephant's tried to break the string, he can't break the string. So after a while, the baby elephant is conditioned that he can't break the string. The baby elephant grows to a full-grown elephant. Not only can he break the string, he can rip the pole out the ground and decimate everything around him, but his mind has been conditioned to think that he can't break the string. So even though he can, he don't. And everybody like, just break the string. Like, I can't. Also, like the analogy, like, where they talk about you take fleas out of their natural environment, they can jump higher in the mud. And you put a cap on it and you put a ceiling on how high they can jump. They forget their nature. That's Black folk. We forgot our nature. We forgot who we were. They've conditioned us to believe that we can't fight back. They've conditioned us to believe that if we fight back, this will happen to us. But yes. But that's why we need to be 10 steps ahead. That's why we need to understand history and learn from it. We already know that they are going to do things like this to people who are standing up and standing out. Yeah. So it's really on us. That's the thing, Black folk, what we gonna do?
In Birmingham, Alabama, when I'm in Birmingham, that was me. I'm actually the documentary about it, like the 13th Amendment. I did that documentary, and we hear Trump talking about getting the hell out of here. Back in my day, they would have left.
This call will be terminated in 2 minutes.
On a stretcher, he was talking about me, but that was from me in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
So I've been doing protests for a minute too. You know what I'm saying? Like, just again, be honest about the situation. Like, but again, I know for a fact that I did not set no fire.
Yeah.
Like, I did not set no fire, bro.
So what was the protest that day about? What was y'all protesting then?
Inspiring people. They shot a 19-year-old kid, and then they got the autopsy on the boy's body without the family's permission. They killed the boy. He didn't find out the family didn't find out the next day or the day after, and then they weren't allowed to get the body. They had already did an autopsy on the body without the family's permission.
This call will be terminated in 1 minute.
They didn't give them the footage. Like the footage that they showed that they gave the family or whatever was edited. It didn't have no timestamp on it. The boy was 19 years old. He's dead now. Like they talking about he was smoking weed at a park.
Yeah, okay. I covered that story. Yeah, and his girlfriend was in the car with him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. Okay. So this one I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna go. Huh?
They killed somebody else a month later after they killed.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share. And so there you hear the brother pretty much explaining his plight. If you didn't follow, they're trying to say that he helped the lady, the white woman, whom they're allegedly admitting that she set this fire. They're saying that he allegedly helped. Now, he was doing a protest for Jabari Peebles. If you don't know, we covered that story of the young 19 or 20-year-old man who was sitting in the park smoking with his girlfriend, and then the police came and shot him, said he had a gun. So that was a year ago. Evidently, they were doing some protests out there. After the protest, that's when they're saying that he, filled up a shopping cart and, went back and burnt up, or set the cart on fire, causing that damage. But as you heard him say, they have a white woman in court that they're saying they got that white woman on camera. But as he also mentioned, that he's been very active in the community, doing a lot of things. And unfortunately, if you didn't hear, he was forced to kill somebody a couple of years ago in a domestic situation. He was found not guilty by reason of self-defense. So that could be another reason why, they want him. Once again, he's very prevalent in the community and fighting for a cause. So a lot of times we see individuals like that be a target of the judicial system. Now, once again, I really don't have all the information to this case, but I promised him and, my other brother that I will share his story to bring some light to it, because we all know, once again, that the government will put some trumped up charges. So in addition to the arson charge that they levied upon him, he also have some assisting terrorism charges as well, which is, a very serious charge. So we're going to keep, our brother in the forefront. If you guys have any advice, any legal advice, or any way to help the brother, please feel free to reach out. You see my number, 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for liking, watching, and please share this video as well to help get the brother's story out. And so, we don't have another brother trapped in the system unlocked.
There you go. So that's Taylor House Productions interview with Mercutio Southall Senior. No, he said Junior. So I will say, when you do put his name out there, when you look for his name is listed as Mercutio Southall Jr., but it's actually Mercutio Southall Senior. So Richard Taylor at Taylor House Publishing. So the link to that full video is in the description. And once again, shout out to Taylor House. I've reacted to one of his videos before. So he does keep the community informed of things that's going on. Once again, ColemanSheriff.org is a website you can go to support him directly. CullmanSheriff.org. ColemanSheriff.org is where you can go support Mercutio. This is a number to the sheriff's department, and that number is on the website, ColemanSheriffs.org. And when you get to that website, if you want to support him directly, you use this number on the website. I'm looking for the Cashapp, for his wife's Cashapp again. Oh yeah. $ floral funds. Floral FLORALFUNDS. $ floral funds to support Mercutio's wife, Leoral Southall, on Cashapp. That's her Cashapp. $ floral funds. Black folk, we know what to do. We know what to do, black folk. We know what to do. So big shout out to Will Justice. Big shout out to Phoenix. Big shout out to Peanut. Big shout out to Raw. Big shout out to everybody who's down with Mercutio, who's been helping to push it out, who's been working on this side. Thank you, everybody who showed up to this to help push it out. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share, hit that hype button. Share this with as many people as possible and support. He needs pulmonary specialists. Specifically, he needs legal representation, better legal representation. He needs black people to show up and show out. Y'all know the same way. Y'all know the same way. Like we support Beyonce and Cardi B and all these other people who don't care about us. Support him the same way. It's the same thing. Same energy. Same energy. Same energy. So I want to make sure I bring light to that today. So please join me tomorrow. So I am going live tomorrow. I would normally do my book reading. I want to experiment. I want to experiment doing a live book reading tomorrow. So I'm gonna do that. So join me tomorrow at 9 p.m. So I may not be going live Tuesday night at 9 p.m. That may not happen. But join me tomorrow night, Monday night at 9 p.m. for my live book reading. And we're getting in there. Of course, you know, we're reading Blueprint to Black Power by Dr. Amos Wilson. This will be the second half of chapter 1. And chapter 1 is what is power. And even using that going to help us understand this situation more. And I'm actually tying the Afro Man situation to that chapter. So you got to tune in and check that out. So, hey, man, I appreciate all of you all. And black folk, it's on us. Let's show up and show out. Let's support. Let's help out. Let's make sure the brother has what he needs. Once again, shout out to Will Justice. Shout out to Phoenix. Shout out to everybody who's really been supporting Mercutio. Shout out to Taylor House Productions. And no problem, man. I'll see y'all later. We're going to keep pushing this. Share this video. Share this video. Hype this video up. Now, I already know YouTube is going to try to suppress it, so share it. So let's do what we do. I'll see y'all on the other side. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 p.m.